Hey, this is Bob Friel, producer of the Sea Doc Society's science adventure series, Salish Sea Wild. I put together some clips from our first 30 episodes to show you how we use humor to communicate serious science. Boom, boom.
Hey, this is Joe Gaydos with the Sea Doc Society. Welcome to Salish Sea Wild. Boom, boom. Our next step is to get better at diagnosing killer whale illnesses and determining whether we can help. For that, just like your MD, we need to get some samples. Doctors love to examine anything that oozes out of their patients' bodies. Spit, snot, phlegm, pee, poop. The more disgusting, the better. While following behind these killer whales, we carefully watch for the stuff that exits their behinds.
So yeah, poop. You got poop dead ahead.
This is exciting. This is endangered feces. Us orcadorks call this doing our due diligence. This is the glamorous part of field biology, waiting around for a bird to go to the bathroom. The fact is, though, if we can get a dropping before the time runs out, it will provide extremely valuable data. Success! What a relief for both the bird and us. So how does a harbor seal get a head in this world? And today, we're wading into the habitat of North America's most consequential mammal, not including us, of course. Here's a hint. Damn! Obviously, we're talking about beavers, our continent's largest rodent this side of Mickey Mouse, and the second largest on Earth. That discovery is rewriting what we know about this incredibly important animal and may help our efforts to save another of our keystone species. So we're gonna head out, see if we can find some of these bucktooth tough guys, and attempt a scientific first. But before that, I'm gonna have another nibble. I wonder if beavers have to worry about splinters at both ends. Water is the prime necessity because beavers have the body shape of fuzzy double cheeseburgers. Their stubby legs weren't designed for running, but they live in a landscape filled with bears, wolves, bobcats, cougars, and coyotes, all smart, fast predators who love cheeseburgers. So beavers embraced the life aquatic and dove for the safety of the water. Yes, beavers are armed with steel-reinforced teeth. 4 out of 5 dentists agree that research into beaver incisors may one day lead to new treatments that can strengthen our teeth. And I could really use that now that I've started chomping on trees. But while everyone else is tucking into their nice, warm beds, Team Sea Doc is on board our research vessel, gearing up to check out the Salish Sea after dark. Some folks probably think the idea of diving into pitch black water might be a little spooky. Yeah. I am so scared right now. Just kidding. We love night diving. This adaptation allows the clingfish to stay put in crashing waves and also gives it leverage to pry limpets off of rocks to eat. So Adam, thank you so much for this amazing day on the beach. We've learned so much. We really, really appreciate it.
That's my pleasure, Joe.
Okay.
Take care.
So this is Joe Gaydos with the Sea Doc Society. Join us next time for Salish Sea Wild. Adam, how long do these things stay stuck like this?
Don't know, Joe. Never really seen one stick that long.
I think I know why they call it a clingfish.
In the world of scuba, there exists many kinds of divers. Commercial and sport divers, marine archaeologists, Navy SEALs. And then there are the fish geeks.
Hey guys, I did it! I saw a juvenile black belly eel pout, like Cody's Pacificus! Yes!
Awkward on dry land, the fish geek seeks out others of its kind. They gather in groups called wedgies, and here they are free to indulge their passion. Of course, the natural habitat of the fish geek is in the sea. A large lingcod, Ophiodon elongatus, has caught the geeks' attention. One can only imagine how the fish view these bubbling busybodies.
All right, everybody ready? Got your cameras ready?
Yeah, got mine.
Got mine. These are both amazing birds. Some people don't like vultures, but they're really, really important. Their stomachs can digest almost anything. They even gobble up animals that have died of nasty diseases, like rabies. Yum! But they don't get sick. And by eating dead stuff, vultures clean and disinfect the environment, so other animals, like us, stay healthy. And eagles? Well, they're just super cool. Up close, you can see the obvious difference in these animals by looking at the head. Bald eagles are not really bald. They're like me. When they're young, their skulls are covered with a luscious brown growth. And as they mature, it takes on a distinguished white.
Hey, big girl.
Bald eagles can weigh 14 pounds. When they're soaring, all that weight and muscle means that they fly like this. Wings straight, flying strong and steady.
Oh, is that a salmon? Ooh.
Soaring vultures hold their wings like this, up in a V. And because they only weigh 2 to 5 pounds, vultures get rocked around by air currents. Woo, 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 woo. Whoa! Is that a delicious roadkill raccoon with rabies? Yeah, boy! Hi, this is Joe Gaydos with the Sea Doc Society. Let's talk about the physiological effects of shock. Let's talk about shock. This is temperature shock, 48-degree water. Right now, my body is going through a series of neurogenic, cardio, and respiratory changes. There are many different types of stresses and responses. Recently, we traveled to British Columbia to research how the stress response of a microscopic marine algae is absolutely critical to the survival of everybody's favorite shorebird. But when he just slightly skims the surface, his spatula comes up covered in something like snot.
Okay.
So of course he offers me a taste.
And you can taste.
Yeah, I feel good about it.
Yeah.
So biofilm is all over mudflats.
Yeah.
What makes this place so special?
So this place is special because this biofilm is what we call active.
Active
It's been
biofilm.
activated and it's been shocked. So normally, as I said,
Even though they're simple single-celled algae, diatoms also get stressed.
when they get shocked, they stop growing and they pump out enormous quantities of unsaturated fatty acids.
Okay. Diatoms start producing even more, you guessed it, long-chain polyunsaturated fatty acids. They puff up their PUFA production.
Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome to the 15th running of the Salish Sea Snail Sweepstakes. We've got a talented bunch of 18-month-old Pinto abalone taking the field. The odds-on favorite, wearing the green and red shell, is Mighty Mollusk, who's finished in the money his last 3 times out. Also wearing green and red is Escargogo, running at 9 to 5 at post time. At even money is Shell Dorado, the Abyssal Missile. And the long shot today at 40 to 1 is Abalone. The gastropods are at the gate. Mighty Mollusk jumps to the front of the pack and takes the early lead, with Sheldorado close behind. Escargogo third, and trailing the field is Abalone. On the far stretch, Mighty Mollusk is driving hard as Sheldorado begins to fade. And as the field rounds the last turn, it's Mighty Mollusk and Escargogo battling it out, followed by Sheldorado and Abalone. And the Pintos are into the stretch. Here comes Abalone. He's off the bridle and making a move on the outside. It's Mighty Mollusk, Escargogo, and Abalone. Now Abalone charges into second place. They're neck and neck. Mighty Mollusk and Abalone. Abalone and Mighty Mollusk. It's down to the wire and it's Abalone by 2.5 tentacles.
This gorgeous gastropod is a Pinto abalone. It's an endangered sea snail. And we're here today with a whole group of people working to recover this species. The radula's remarkable versatility allows abalone to scrape slime off solid surfaces, chew on rock-hard encrusting algae, and surgically slice into thick kelp. We're pretty happy abalone don't grow 20 feet long and like to unzip scuba divers. So how could a species whose large females can produce millions of eggs every year fail to recover when we stop taking them? Turns out, we'd already drained their dating pool so low that pintos couldn't find mates. Abalone are broadcast spawners. That means that rather than cuddling up one-on-one, they respond to environmental cues that tell them the timing is right for a reproductive roundup. It's just like how single people respond to a Friday night happy hour. Instead of piling onto the dance floor, pintos climb onto rocks, where they broadcast their sperm and eggs through the holes in their shells. Abalone don't have to get close enough to tickle each other's tentacles, but in order to have any chance of fertilization, they need to be within about 3 square meters, the equivalent of a queen-size bed. But when researchers surveyed places in the San Juan Islands, they found that densities were 100 times lower than what was needed to successfully reproduce. And finally, it's time. The screens are removed and they're off! Well, they're off on abalone time. These little jewels will mature in 2 to 3 years. With any luck, they'll then have another 30 or so years to mate, with their dating pools and dance cards refilled by this wonderful project. Club Abalone will be jumping.
Gastropod Dance Party! Hi-yo, abalone! Woohoo! Wow, look at that escargot!